let's start with Carmelo Anthony. I'm going in alphabetical order here. These are not in rankings. I rank enough shit. I don't need to rank this. Melo can still play. He just hit 37+% of his threes on almost 6 attempts per game. He has aged more gracefully than a Russell Westbrook moving into that role player niche. And it didn't happen overnight. There was some pushback in OKC and even in Houston a little bit, but to his credit, like he did what was asked of him. He goes to Portland, good team guy, can score, can still shoot. You need to have I guess either the bandwidth to withstand some Melo going Melo, where he's going to want to jab step or post up or take just bad off the dribble jumpers. At the same time, like he is emerged as this legitimate catch and shoot weapon. And so if you have the defensive infrastructure around you or just need shooting, he should certainly be on your list. I think the Lakers should still look at bringing him back. I don't think they have enough shooting on the roster just yet, or even enough quote unquote wings. Mel's not a wing anymore. You should probably play him at the 4. I have Miami there. Like they certainly have the defensive infrastructure for him and could use him maybe in that PJ Tucker role. And it also kind of preserves your bench, or maybe you bring him off the bench a little bit if you think he helps your half court creativity in any way. Miami ended up having one of the best benches last year. And now because PJ Tucker's not there, you're going to have to move, like promote somebody. I think a lot of people assume it's like a Max Strus. I've seen some people float like, could we see Yurtseven and Bam Adebayo start together? That would be absolutely wild. So I think that would be a good fit. I also have like, I have as a joke, Philly would be funny if he didn't hate Morey. Like I don't hate that fit. I would love to see him on the Raptors. He goes against really everything they stand for, but like just have someone who can shoot, maybe give you some half court creation. They do need another guy of that ilk. Those were just 2 I wrote off. And then I even have Golden State where it's like, he can't play the Otto Porter role on defense, but can he give you that role on offense? And you know, you are banking on Kuminga and Moody and even Wiseman to step up. You signed Dante DiVincenzo, but if Iguodala is not coming back, could there be room for him there? I know Melo to Golden State was like popular in the ether. The 2 that I actually like that I don't think would happen, but Memphis, I think you just need to look at like and we'll get into this with some other guys like the Jaren Jackson, or I think one other guy that I have listed for them. Jaren Jackson Jr. is supposed to be out 4 to 6 months. The end of that timeline puts him back sometime December, January, maybe after that stress fracture. And you know, you got rid of, or you let Kyle Anderson walk. And so now you're putting, I know David Roddy, 6'6", plays forward, but you're putting an awful lot of pressure on him, Xavier Tillman Sr., Brandon Clark, even Zaire Williams as well. And it's just like, does that work? And part of the appeal with Triple J is you could play him at center. You're not doing that behind Steven Adams with, you know, if they do that with Roddy, you know, kudos to them for going super small there. Like, yeah, you can try that with Tillman and Brandon Clark. It just feels like they could use some more reinforcements. And I want to do a deeper dive into the Grizzlies offseason before we even get to report cards. I just don't think I have the courage to do it after missing on them for 3 years running. I have a feeling I'm overthinking it. But just to have Melo, if he was willing to, again, play the same role that he was, get as a floor spacer, as a knockdown shooter, to help you sort of at the 4 specifically bridge the gap until Triple J is back, or you know what you have in some of the youngsters. And then also just, you know, John Morant gets injured a lot, and now you lost Kyle Anderson. I'm not saying Melo's going to carry you during those nights. You want a healthy Triple J and Desmond Bane and even Zaire Williams at that point, Tyus Jones to do the same. Just feels like they could use someone like him. And then I also just have Milwaukee. I was talking to the Eurosteps Ty Windish on the side about how I still think they really need to fill the 5th spot in a Giannis as the lone big lineup. And it does feel, and he noted this to me, like based off what they paid Bobby Portis, they're going to get away from that entirely with a healthy Brook Lopez. I still think that's going to be their best weapon in close, or their most dangerous weapon to me offensively in closing units to playoffs, however you want to slice it. I wouldn't mind seeing Melo there to sort of round out. Okay, you have Drew, Middleton, and Giannis, and then there's Melo, and then you futz around with Connaughton or Wes Matthews, depending on the matchup. Maybe Melo's not even a member of all those lineups, but just some bench juice for Melo's more of a combo forward than a wing at this point, but like the bench is kind of low on combo forwards and wings at this point, especially until Joe Ingles returns from his ACL injury.